Hi, welcome back to my beginners series. This is a series where I go through simple paintings with you step by step to show you how to create techniques. So today I'm going to show you a snowy scene with icy branches and a way to achieve this. So I have got here a piece of Saunders Waterford paper. It's a cotton paper. It's rough, it's £140 and it's an 1/8 imperial size. So I've taken a 1/4 imperial sheet and I've torn it down into 3. I've also taped the edge. I have taken a line across which is going to give me a horizon line, 2/3 sky, 1/3 snowy land. I have got some Cotman colours here. I'm going to use a round number 10 and I'll talk you through the colours as we go. So I'm getting plenty of water on with my round number 10 onto the sky area. I want this to be nice and wet and shiny all over that sky. So I'm just making sure that I've got every bit and it's not got a dull area on there. Take your time to get the water on. I'm going to go fairly dark today, so I've got ultramarine blue. If you had something like a Prussian blue, that would work as well. It tends to be on the kits you have standard blues. Any blue will do the job. But for it to show the snow, it needs to be nice and dark. And it also works well for the iciness. So I'm going to come across with the ultramarine blue. It's my round number 10 all the way to that horizon line. Get plenty of colour in. Sweep across. If you want it to be a little bit darker, then you can take something else in. So this is some burnt umber. That's giving it a more stormy feel, or you could use something like a alizarin crimson or cadmium red. I've got both of them in here, and that would warm that up a little bit. So that's just a little bit of the alizarin crimson gone in as well. Rinsing my brush out really well because I'm going to go now into some Chinese white. So there's lots of different ways for you to create snow. This is one of the ways. So you can use salt. I've done a simple tutorial on how you use salt. If you look through my super easy beginners playlist, you will find that one. You can use several variants of throwing paint, which is what I'm going to do now. So this Chinese white, I've got nice, thick and creamy. It's loaded onto the brush. I'm going to hold my finger really close, or you can hold a pencil, and I'm going to hit my finger and I'm going to create some snow. So I started to create some snow. It doesn't really matter if it goes onto this bit, but you can dab it off if you want. So that's created a snowy effect. I'm going to rinse that brush out. I'm going to come in now with a round number 6. I'm just going to dab some of the water off onto some kitchen towel. I'm going to use the burnt umber. It's going to give a nice dark colour for some distant trees. So I'm just going to dab in, keeping the brush upright. This is still nice and wet, this paper, and I can create a very distant tree line. Vary the heights. You can even break through and have a few coming higher into trees. If I come down. This is a long thin one, so it's called a rigger. It's a number 2. You can also use a detailer, which is a number 2. And I'm just going to just create some branches and trunks coming up to these bits that I've left floating, basically. Just pop in a few little bits in. Okay, so for icy branches, I'm going to use some wool. This is just acrylic wool, and I have cut a few bits. I'm going to dip it into the water, get it nice and wet, wring it out just a little bit, so I want some water to stay on. Now, if you think about when you come on with lots of water, you create a watermark, and it's like a cauliflower. This is like a long cauliflower. This is what this is going to do, but it creates an icy effect. So what we're going to do is pop these on. So these are going to become tree branches that are coming over the picture. So you're going to pop them on, and we're going to let them do their thing. It's a bit like all random things. It takes time, so you have to go away, make a cuppa, and come back later. And then we'll work with the random that we've achieved. You can push it down a little bit. And then you leave it. If you find, as it starts to dry, I mean, keep an eye on it, and as it starts to dry, that it isn't doing much. It's a bit like salt. You've got to wait a few minutes to know. Then with a wet brush, you can take more water in, and that will help to create that watermark. But watch it first, because you don't want to end up with a really big watermark. Okay, so I'll let that dry and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've come back to you when it's not quite dry, just so you can see what's happening. You see that it's pushing the paint away from the wet. That's what you're looking for. And when that's starting to happen, you can help it a bit by just touching the yarn and pushing it down, because that's going to help it give it that frosty effect. And you can check by lifting up. So I'm going to give a little bit of a reveal. Yeah, that's worked really well. You can see that. So I'm actually going to peel these off really carefully, and we'll go with what we've got here now. You can leave it for hours till it's totally dry, but that has given me some lovely frosty branches. Can I zoom in? There you go. Can you see those? So it's worked really nicely. So I'm going to just leave that to settle and dry properly, and I'm going to come into this bottom section now. So this is my round number 10 again. I'm going to leave just about 1/2 centimetre gap so that I'm not touching the wet sky. Just get some water on here, because snow tends to reflect the colours from the sky, so we need some of those in there. We need it watery though, so I'm going to come in with a little bit of the ultramarine blue. I loaded my brush up with water first, and then I'm going to pick up a little bit of the alizarin crimson and sweep that through as well. Purple makes a great shadow colour on snow. And then, handy tip to make it more snow-like, I've got a little bit where the water's running through here from the wool, but I'm just going to leave that. You can just dab. So this is just a bit of kitchen towel. I'm just randomly dabbing, so some light patches and some darker patches, and that tends to work quite nicely as a snowy effect in the foreground. So I'm going to dry this really well now. Okay, so that's nicely dry. I'm going to create some shadow bits in the snow. So some harder shadow now. So this is still that ultramarine blue. I'm just going to dab in randomly. This is with my round number 10. In fact, we could have some little footprints or road marks coming out and down here. So just random dabs. If you could keep them smaller towards the back and bigger as you get towards the front, that tends to work quite nicely. And then that same trick, which is a bit of kitchen towel, and just dab over them. It just makes it look like it's the snow. It's the only time that I really tell you can dab, that and lifting out clouds, but it works really nicely as snow. And then we're going to work to create these frosty branches onto a tree. So if I take some of the burnt umber, this is with my round number 6 now, I can just bring in fact, I'm going to make it a bit darker. If I take a bit of ultramarine and burnt umber together, just going to make a darker brown so that it stands forward. In fact, you can get near on black. And I don't want to eliminate all the frostiness, so what I'm trying to do is pick out areas. So this is a branch and I'm coming the underside of that branch. So it's just some little dots, that in between section. In fact, if I zoom in, you'll be able to see better. And take it on the underside, so you don't need to get everywhere. It's helping you create the pattern. There's that bit in between that needs it, and there's a bit here, look. So you just come through and create these frosty branches. So this is all with a round number 6, and I'm going to drop down to a rigger in a minute just to create a few littler branches. Some little bits here. There's a little bit of something happening here, so we can make one coming off. It's using what you've got basically. I'm going to swap down to a rigger. So this is a nice long thin rigger. I've just dipped into a little bit of water, and it's that same ultramarine and burnt umber mix. What you can do then is create a few little finer branches coming off, because they wouldn't have the frostiness, and it helps it hang together as a tree. It's a really random technique, and random is great when you're painting. So it's just learning all of these little techniques. It's like when you're doing branches, you're like creating little Ys as they're coming off, a little Y. Okay, so if I just come back, that's working really nicely. You can take a few little bits in on the trunk. You can just keep it frosty as well. It's working really nicely as a frosty branch. Okay, so I'll dry that off and then take the tape off. And there we go. So that's a really lovely, simple snow scene for you to have a go at. It's using opaque paint in transparent colours, so you're getting that mottled effect. You can get a similar effect if you haven't got Chinese white with salt. Then I've showed you that new technique where you're using wool or string that's wet and applying it over the paint to get that frosty effect. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe and share. I'll pop you another video and playlist here, and I shall see you next time.